Namaste, Jai Bharat. I was in Delhi for a few days, and it's only last night that I came back. And for some rather official kind of movement, official kind of work, I had to move through all this area. Jantar Mantar, Connaught Place, all this area I had to go. And the road is mostly blocked. And I've seen this so-called, many in number, Gen Z, moving on the street, relaxing, shouting, and unorganized kind of movements, And police are on duty everywhere, standing quietly watching. The kind of protest which they launched as just gives excuses, lame excuses to create anarchy. Let me just straight say, find this excuse, that excuse to create anarchy. Now when you read this anarchy, look at the structure, that is structureless structure of the people assembled there. They are termed as students, and in all likelihood, as from my reading, the percentage of students must be less than 10. And there are others. And who are the others? You can read who are the others. From all area of disgruntled, unhappy people who are unhappy with the present rule for not just political reasons, political, religious, etc., all kinds of reasons. And they belong to all kinds of sects. Not necessary they are hand in hand, but they are hand in hand for an objective moment. And that's precisely what's happening in Delhi. Today, of course, by afternoon, the education minister resigns, and he emotionally rather says that if it is my resignation that you want to stop all these things, I listen, that's a message. Fine, but do you think that's the real reason? I don't think even a single person involved in this agitation had ever anything to do with the NEET exam directly. Now, if they are working for a social cause, I don't find any social element from the movement these people are presenting. Social, those who want to be involved in society should have both social sensibility, social sensitivity, and also social commitment. Such people won't act as anarchy groups. A group full of lawlessness and anarchy. What do you read from seeing people destroying vehicles, taking stones and breaking the windshields, rear view mirrors, etc. And there are some people obviously hooligans following the methods of cinema stunts. I was just seeing a boy running from behind a police jeep is parked and nobody is there in it, and somebody is breaking this side, somebody is breaking that side. One boy from behind, he jumps forward and tries to kick the last rear windscreen. I don't know if it is broken or not, but he kicks. He thinks his legs are not his or what, just kicking. So this kind of things you see. And this, of course, I never could imagine. I have been teaching all my life, actually. After the roughly 10 years of Air Force life, then the rest of my life I was teaching. And how these students, so-called, use such unparliamentary language. That's not merely unparliamentary, vulgar words, losing against quite a few people. This nobody has taught them in the schools. This nobody had taught them in the universities. And I'm also sure nobody had taught them in their own houses. And where they get the culture of so free-flowing vulgarity. This is also something to be thought of. Anyway, mostly things are transparent in the sense, mostly things are very demonstrative that who wants what from whom, how things could be done, where the fund flow is regularly from. It's a kind of mela, it's a kind of celebration people do. And all the unwanted things of celebrations. There is a concept that outside the frame, while all others are within the frame, there is a tendency, especially in young ages, to go outside the frame and function from there. And once this concept of outside the frame functioning becomes immensely negative, you find this kind of activities. This has nothing to do with society. This has nothing to do with social commitment. This has nothing to do with nation building. This is simply brilliant disturbance created by people, those who want Bharat to be destroyed. And by the time people realize that people wanted Bharat to be destroyed, they would get Bharat already destroyed. Take the classic example of other nations. For instance, Bangladesh. They were steadily progressing, which was giving them a space in the world for the society in all spheres. The whole thing is destroyed, and now it will again take I don't know how many years for them to reach the stage which they used to be 2 years before. And this destruction, devastation, and the pains of destruction, who will suffer? The common people living in Bangladesh. Not the Jamaat-e-Islami, not the radicals, not the ones who supported them, not the ones who facilitated them. Their job is to get you into this, and then they just finish the work and go off, and you will suffer for generations. They try the same thing with Bharat. So, citizens of this nation should know that by the time you realize the mistakes, it will be very, very, very late. We shall meet. Namaste. Jai Bharat and Jai Sri Ram.